Hello everyone, my name is Pycaon. Join me on this adventure as I aim for one of the top 10 spots on the old school RuneScape leaderboards. The catch? I only have one life to do this. Will I achieve my goal, or will I perish along the way? Tune in to find out. This is Hardcore Ironman.
In the last video, we finally hit 99 strength, and we were also able to join a brand new clan, the Exile. The road to top 10 Hardcore Ironman continues. Now that we got 92, we have floor 5 unlocked. So I don't have any markers or anything like that down for floor 5, so that's what we're going to basically do now. Alright, so fast forward a little bit, and I've actually have gotten floor 5 done quite a few times, set down a bunch of tile markers, because I did not want to show you guys me completing it for the first time, because I spent an ungodly amount of time getting floor 5 done. And again, I had to put tile markers down. What I essentially had to do, I essentially had to go through the first 4 floors over and over again. I kept running out of time on floor 5, like as you guys can see in the top left corner. I'm on floor 4 right now, but it says I have like 4 minutes and 10 seconds until, you know, like the gate at the end closes, right? So I would get to floor 5, and I would basically spend as much time as I could just putting down the tile markers and ensuring that I knew how to get past all of the obstacles, blah blah blah, right? So I'm about to show you guys in a second here what floor 5 looks like, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to mention that. And I also talked about, I think briefly, that I was going to only loot floor 4 and 5. I was only going to loot the coffin on floor 4 and 5. And I started doing that only because I realized that floor 4 and 5 have a chance of the coffin being high tier instead of medium or low tier from the other floors. You have a higher chance of just getting nothing but high tier coffins and basically getting the best loot that you can, right? So it makes more sense to only loot those 2 floors instead of all of the coffins, and you basically get more time to get to the grand chest on floor 5. If you're looting every single coffin, you're going to run out of time if you start making mistakes on the lower floors. So like all of the little tile markers like this that I just passed by, the ones that I'm running up to right now, these are all ones that I put down myself. You guys are going to see in a little bit here, it's going to get a little bit more complicated in a second. But yeah, I usually get a bunch of good loot. You usually get a bunch of runite bolts, adamant bolts, rune plate bodies, rune two-handed swords, all of that stuff. So you get a lot of high alkables, a lot of blood runes, soul runes. Basically, you know, just generally a bunch of good stuff that's great to have on an Ironman account. I also am recording this clip. I'm kind of like re-recording this clip, actually, I should say, because as I was editing the video, as I was editing this clip, I realized that I was messing up so bad on this floor. And not even just the fact that I was messing up. It's more so the fact that I was putting down a lot of the tile markers that you see here. Like this red and blue one, it basically ensures that if I step on one, I have to use the other one. They're basically pairs, right? Because like I said, floor 5 gets super complicated. And I essentially had to do this. Oh, I think I'm going to get hit. I shouldn't have did that. I made that just in time. I don't know how I got past that. But yeah, I wanted to basically show you guys a better run of floor 5 than what I was doing in a previous clip. So that's basically why I'm re-recording it. It's like I keep having trouble opening up these things. I'm always getting poisoned or whatever the case is. So on top of basically getting this done an ungodly amount of times, I think we are also at, oh my god, move. I hate the things that send me backward. I hate these teleporters in general. The ones that send you forward, the ones that send you backward, both of them. They both suck. Trash. But yeah, this part specifically right here on floor 5, I think is the hardest part, and this took me the longest to like successfully mark. So as you can see, like I have tiles. Oh, ain't no way. It's because I'm talking and explaining things. But yeah, I have markers for when the statues start firing on the left. I have tiles for when the statues on the right start firing. All of that stuff. And one thing I do want to mention, that on this floor, if you guys stand right here in the middle, you won't get attacked by anything. And it's actually a great place to kind of just zoom out your camera, look at the statue, see which ones are firing, and actually marking them. Like if you can actually take the time to mark the things like this, then it helps you to understand where you need to go and when you need to go there, and it makes floor 5 10 times easier. Because like as you can see, I feel like I'm kind of breezing through it. I mean, I am messing up a little bit because I am talking like right there. I don't know why I stepped forward and kind of like messed things up right there, but yeah, it makes things 10 times easier. Now, if I can actually get through this without messing up, that would probably be like the most ideal situation. But knowing me and how much I continue to mess up. Let's see, right is firing, which means we gotta step on on the red one for left. Go over here to this right one. And then we're basically good to go. I think we have enough time. We have 30 seconds basically left until the hollowed chest at the end, the grand coffin, basically locks. So again, I just wanted to showcase a nice, smoother floor 5 run. It's not, of course, it's not like an in-depth guide or anything like that, you know. This is basically just me telling you guys how I got past floor 5, how I made it a little bit easier for myself in case anybody was wondering. I know I had a few people ask, or at least tell me that they want to do Hallowed Sepulchre, but it looks insane. It looks crazy, and I'm here to tell you that it's really not. Especially if you get these like the Hallowed symbol, the Hallowed grapple. If you get the Hallowed items, it basically makes Hallowed Sepulchre so easy, especially the ring. If you're a hardcore Ironman and you're worried about dying at Hallowed Sepulchre, if you get the Hallowed ring, it stops you from taking any kind of damage whatsoever down here, so you'll never die. And even if you do get hit by some of these traps, you only take a few damage. You never take anything more than like, I think a 5. I think every time you get hit by a trap, it's all like 3s and 4s and whatever the case is. So you don't have to worry about risking your status down here or anything like that. It's a real simple, easy mini game. And now that I feel like an expert, I am more inclined to basically run this over and over again until we get to 99. It's still going to take us a while. If I decided to strictly just run through Hallowed Sepulchre and not open a single chest, I think we can get 99 pretty quickly. But like even if I were, after that one run, after me showcasing that, it says that we'll get 99 in about 80 hours. So if I continue to loot floors 4 and 5 with for their coffin for the loot, then it's going to take us about another 80 hours or so to hit 99. If I just strictly run through it and not open up a single coffin, I think it basically cuts my time down in half. So yeah, Hallowed Sepulchre is real simple, it's real easy, and yeah, that's floor 5. Now we just have to run it over and over again until we hit 99, which I am going to mix in some of the agility rooftop because, you know, again, doing Hallowed Sepulchre over and over again gets very tedious very quickly, and I got burnt out from doing agility for like the longest while. So I'm going to mix in some rooftop to make it a little bit easier on myself, and we are going to go from there. Alright, so fast forward a little bit yet again, and I actually want to talk about a couple of things here. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the fact that I did not record it, but after doing some more agility, I decided to do some Castle Wars with some friends for the very first time. I've never done Castle Wars prior to doing it with, you know, that little group of friends that I did it with. And one of the things I realized, we had a blast. First of all, it was so fun. Never played it before, like I said, and I had an amazing time. It was great. I played it with Baseit. If anybody is familiar with Baseit, he streams on Twitch. Shout out to Baseit. So if anybody wants to check out his Twitch and stuff like that, I'll probably leave a link for it in the description below. But yeah, while he was streaming, he kind of opened it up to his viewers in his chat. So I hopped in, we did Castle Wars, we had fun. But it made me painfully aware that for a 116 combat level and 99 strength account, I am extremely undergeared. I'm still using rune gear. We're using void. I'm using a dragon dagger right now to kill these steel dragons. So one of the clan members, another huge shout out, I don't think he's online right now, but there was another clan member by the name of My Dead Hardcore, My Dead HC. Shout out to him, because they told me about the zombie axe and the warped scepter. So I told myself, in between getting agility to 99, we are also going to upgrade. Oh nice, I just hit 56 Slayer. That's definitely one of the milestones. I definitely needed 56 Slayer to, I think, get the, what is it, the warped scepter, so I could do that quest and whatnot. So that's pretty nice. And I only have one more dragon to kill before I'm done with this task, so we might as well kill this last one. But yeah, he told me about the zombie axe and the warped scepter, which I looked up, and they're actually pretty decent items. So yeah, while I get bored doing agility over and over, because I think we have like another 90 hours or something like that before we hit 99, and I can only do so much Hallowed Sepulchre at one time. So when I get bored, or when I start to get that burnout, we're just going to spend some time upgrading our gear so that we're not noob status. At least we can get like mid-game gear. So I put a bunch of stuff here in like the notes. First thing I want to do is get the Barrows Gloves. So we need to complete Recipe for Disaster. There's a bunch of quests I need to get done. After we do Recipe for Disaster, I might try to get the zombie axe first, and then the warped scepter. And then I had another clanmate today, hcim Doodles. Another big shout out to another clan member. They were saying that if we get the zombie axe and the warp scepter, we could do a little bit of barrows to get, you know, tank top and bottom, and then we could do some perilous moons for some more gear and stuff like that. So, you know, shout out to the Exiles. This clan is amazing. This clan is awesome. They've been giving me a bunch of useful information. Again, I feel like a total noob when I play this game. I always feel like I don't know how to do anything. I always feel like I don't know nothing about nothing. So shout out to them for giving me all of these wonderful, helpful tips on how to make my hardcore Ironman even better. I just got my Slayer to 56, and I think we needed 56 Slayer to do the Eyes of Glowfree, which is the quest you need to do, or to get the Warped Scepter, I believe, right? So, another thing I wanted to know, I did the Deranged Archaeologist and fought him. Let's see. I fought the Deranged Archaeologist 7 times to get the Runite limbs, right? I killed 18 steel dragons. I had one task from Duradel to kill 18 steel dragons, and I got 2. I got 2 Runite limbs. So I'm like, why did I fight the Deranged Archaeologist if I could have just came and fought some steel dragons? But anyways, we still got the rune crossbow, and I got some extra limbs now anyway, so maybe I could make some extra rune crossbows or something. But yeah, now that we got those done, we need to do some of these quests so that we can get Recipe for Disaster done. There's a bunch of items that I need to collect first. I have a bunch of quests listed here and the items that I need to basically be able to complete all of them. So I need to go and collect all of these items first, and then we can do Monk's Friend, Sea Slug, Recruitment Drive, Wanted, all the rest of them, blah blah blah, all the way up until we complete Recipe for Disaster and get our gloves. So let's go ahead, let's collect these miscellaneous items and start getting these quests done. Alright, Monk's Friend, Sea Slug, Recruitment Drive, Wanted, The Slug Menace, Horror from the Deep, Temple of Ikov, Plague City, Biohazard, Underground Path, Desert Treasure 1, Legends Quest, Shadow of the Storm, Murder Mystery now complete. We basically have everything that we need to complete Recipe for Disaster. Yeah, what's up, boy? Get wrecked. Get fucking wrecked. Yeah. Sweet desserts and food everywhere. Think that would be the last to see him. You better come back now. Alright, let's go. Recipe for Disaster complete. One quest point, antique lamp, full access to the Culinaromancer's chest. Let's go. Alright, we got an antique lamp that of course we're going to use on Herblore. It's going to give us 20,000 XP. Herblore is now at level 62. Let's do it. So everything back in the bank. We're gonna take all of the money, buy items, Barrows Gloves. Let's go. I did for that fight, I think I quickly bought the, damn, these are 60k high alch? That's nuts. I bought the dragon ones really quick, only because I wanted to just have some extra gloves for that fight. So we're gonna high alch them real quick, get a little bit of money back. And there it is. We got the Barrows Gloves. Barrows Gloves gives us some nice range, some nice magic, some nice melee stats. Oh yeah, everything is all coming together. First piece of equipment that we actually got to upgrade, so that's pretty nice. That being said, we did get a few items along the way. Obviously, you know, first and foremost, we did get the Barrows Gloves, which was pretty nice. And also from things like, I think, Recruitment Drive and the Slug Menace. I forget which quest it was, but we got full proselyte, so that's nice. We also got a damaged book from Horror from the Deep, Iban staff, ancient staff from Desert Treasure 1. We finally got an armadillo pendant, so that's going to be pretty useful in the God Wars dungeon. And we also got things like a gas mask from, I think was it Plague City or Biohazard, one of them. So got a few items along the way from a few different quests, which is pretty nice, alongside the Barrows Glove. Next thing I'm probably going to look at this fashion scape real quick. But next thing that we're probably going to do is grab the zombie axe, just so that we have that and continue upgrading our equipment. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to the only Patreon member, Red Star Ghost. Thank you so much for continuing to be a member and keeping the channel alive. If you guys would like to see your name, your website, your business, anything like that showcased at the end of my video, or if you guys just want to see some more ways to support me as a content creator, you guys can check out the link below the video. I also, once again, want to give a huge shout out to Baseit for allowing me to join his stream and do some Castle Wars. If you guys would like to check out Baseit's Twitch channel, you guys can also find that in the description down below. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.